Hi Ali, yeah, we're having a bit of a problem at in the coaching department. Do you think you could come back for a bit? No, no, not as manager. No, I know you've done that before. Not. No, not as assistant manager either. No, no, I know you've done that before. Just as a coach. Yes, hello and welcome back into 11am Sports YouTube channel here with the Killie boys on Football Manager 21. And as you can see on the screen, we are currently in the process of signing Lee McCulloch back to our coaching staff. I'll be honest, I did not re-sign our staff. I forgot about it. And we ended up with basically no one on the staff. You can see we're allowed 9 coaches and we currently only have 3. We only have a head physio and we have no other physios. We only have 3 of our 5 available scouts. Was not the best thing I've done. I completely forgot about it. So I've started to hire in some new personnel. Lee McCulloch being one of them. So welcome back, Lee McCulloch. Not only are we bringing in some staff members, but we're also bringing in some players. Let's go through some of the boring ones that we've had over this summer break. We're ready for season 4. And the squad's kind of looking like this. So the first one we brought back is Kyle Semple, back in on loan again, just extending his loan from the end of last season. We're doing the same with Rodell Richards here. He's coming back again for another year. We've now had him, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, he's been here 4, all of our seasons. We had him in the first year. I think we got him in the January, and then he's been a vital part of our team ever since. Flavio Di Dio comes back in. It says that he's declining there, but I can only assume that's because he was away on his summer break. But yes, Flavio Di Dio, left winger's back in on loan as well, extended his loan. And we have also extended Tyler Morton's loan in from Liverpool. The midfielder can play anywhere across the midfield or the attacking midfield. Very useful squad player. He's currently injured at the moment, but we'll pretend that's not the case. Yeah, very good, and I'm very happy to have him back in on loan. We've also signed CJ Egan-Riley. We had him in on loan last year, but we've signed him on a free transfer, a permanent deal from Manchester City. I'm very much looking forward to see how much he develops. Very good physicals. I'm impressed with some of his mental stats, but let's see if we can try and improve some of those technicals, especially, the crossing that would be quite vital for our wing backs to possess. And the man who played alongside him at centre-back last year, Etienne, as I've called him, is back as well. We have signed him on a free transfer, permanent deal after his loan deal here last season. You can see he's very good physically, and his defensive stats are very good. Positioning, marking, tackling, heading, are good, and they can improve. He's only 21 years old. I didn't actually realise he was 6'5", which is very tall. I've also changed his squad number to number 3. Now that he's a more vital part of the team. When he first came, I didn't know what it was going to be. He was 35. I didn't like that for a centre back. To be honest, I don't would like 3 for a centre back, but he can play with number 3. And now we can work our way through some of the signings you won't have seen before. We've made quite a few signings this window. Some of them just, as youth prospects, like this one here, Finn Yates, who will be in the reserves to begin with. I see some nice statistics there. We'll see how we can improve, maybe get him out on loan. We brought him in for free from Aberdeen. Also for free is Jim Finney. We've brought in the young 17-year-old striker from Ross County. He's got good physicals. He's got all right mentals, some nice finishing and first touch. See how he develops. His potential is not quite as high as I thought, but seeing as it's for free, happily bring him in and see what he can do, how he can develop. Now, this signing had been confirmed before I was sure that Rodell Richards was coming back in on loan, because there was a bit of dubiety about that. But this is Josh O'Connor. We signed him from Hibernian for £475,000. His physicals are very good. He's got some good technicals, dribbling, finishing, first touch is very good. Let's see if we can improve some of the other statistics, like long shots and heading, maybe. For a player of 6'2", I'd have hoped it would have been a little bit better than 7. We can see how he develops. Only 19 years old, so he could build a partnership up front with maybe Dougie Green. in the future when Brophy and Richards aren't here, assuming we can't just get Richards in on loan every season like we've been doing so far. And we've also brought in Dylan Tate, the central and attacking midfielder. We brought him in from Wraith Rovers. He cost us £425,000, being a kind of staple of Wraith's team throughout their time in the Championship the last few years. Some nice physicals there, some good mentals, and some good technicals in the important places, like the dribbling, first touch is good there. You could maybe do the passing, increasing if he wants to be a playmaker, but he's got time to improve, and overall would be a very nice squad player, I think. You can see in his time at Wraith, 116 caps, 23 goals, which is not shabby at all. Another player we brought in to kind of cover our right back position, he can also play right across the back line and in midfield as well, is Jordan Brown, 22-year-old Englishman, formerly of Derby. He was on loan at Hibs last year, but we've got him on a free transfer. You can see lots of yellow statistics all about here. It's a very solid, nothing amazing, but solid physicals, solid mentals, and some good technicals in there. He's going to be kind of one of our bench players, the sort of person you can sit on the bench and be able to cover anywhere, similar to the way Mark O'Hara has been playing for us recently. And we also brought in on a free from Manchester United, Eston Hughes. You can see here current ability 2.5, potential all the way up to 5-star possibly. Some very nice physicals, some very nice mentals, and technicals not too shabby either to play at right back. We're also training him as a centre back as well, just to give him a bit more variety in the positions he can play. We do have him currently listed for loan, to go out on loan, because it looks like he's not going to be a first choice right back with Egan Riley and our last signing, Jordan Brown there. So we'll get him some experience in the lower divisions possibly, or I think some of the bids that have come in have actually been from teams in our division. Yes, St Johnstone as well. Maybe he'll go there and see how he gets on. We've also brought in Josh Bowler. You can see he's got some statistics. None of them really jump off the page. Dribbling at 15 maybe is very good. Technique at 13, some nice physicals there. But a lot of them are kind of that 10 position. He can cover anywhere in behind the striker, and also play up front as well if he really has to, and play up either wing, obviously if he drop back to the more defensive formation as well. He's likely going to be our first choice right midfielder. We did sign him from Everton on a free transfer. He's recently been out at Hull and Bristol Rovers. And if you watch right to the end of yesterday's episode, you'll see someone I was looking to see if we could bring them back to the club. And indeed we've brought back Greg Kiltie after him scoring that goal against us. We brought him in from Hearts. It cost us £125,000 and one of our youth players who are never going to play. So we've ended up losing £25,000 on this deal to bring him back after we sold him to Bologna several years ago. Remember, we weren't playing with attacking midfielders, so we decided we didn't need him. And now, surprise, surprise, we are playing that formation with some attacking midfielders. So I thought, why not bring him back since he scored goals against us last season. 26 years old, can play in behind the striker, right across that attacking midfield line. Some nice solid statistics. His actual, kind of star rating is not great, but I think he's a better player than that suggests. And he was very happy to come back due to his love of the club. And it's good to have Greg Kiltie back in Kilmarnock colours. He doesn't get his number 10 shirt that he's had to begin with. That's currently Jens Kastrup. But he can have number 18. And it's a very well-rounded player. Very, very happy to have him back. All those ins would make you think we had a few outs, and you would be correct. We've sold Brandon Honstrup to Wigan. Not many pounds in that deal. I think it was 10 or 20,000 pounds worth, just to get him off the wage book really there. Tam O'Brien has went to Oxford for about £15,000. He'd just been sat in the reserves for several years. Dan Potts we've sold to Dundee United for I think £75,000. He never really got a chance playing left back for us. He wasn't particularly great when he did play, and then we brought in Semple, and Semple been playing a lot better there, so he's now at Dundee United. And one player who I'm not too sure if you've seen them before or not is one of our youth prospects. His name is Amadeo Balanda. He's been a bit unhappy that I've not allowed him to go anywhere. He doesn't want to sign a new contract. He wants to be sold. So what I've instead done, I've sent him out on loan here to Clyde, who are I think in League 2, to see if he can play some games there. He's a 2-star current ability. Maybe I'll bring him back in January, play him in the team, see if he gets happy, so that he doesn't want to leave, because if you look at his report, his potential ability is really good. He has the potential to be an amazing player. Rangers and Celtic have been interested in him. They're not offering enough money for him, to be honest. But I really don't want to lose him. So he's our last blitzman. He's out on loan at Clyde, but you might see a bit more of him in this series, in this season even, depending how he gets on. I might bring him back, try and play him in some games, and see if he does want to stay. I really hope he does, because I think he could be a great, great player. And that is all the signings we have made. You can see our friendlies there. We had 4 friendlies against some English teams. We did an English tour. We lost to Aston Villa, Tottenham and Everton, and we did beat Gillingham. And we now have the Betfred Cup Group E, which I'm going to show you the first game of today. We play against Annan today. They're in our group, alongside Edinburgh City, Queen's Park and Wraith Rovers. And our first game of the actual season is against Aberdeen at the start of August. Obviously no Europe this year, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and batter through this season. Maybe show you less games than we normally would, just to try and get through it. And hopefully we get to Europe next year, and that makes things a little bit more interesting. So I'll quickly show you this game against Aaron, show you the highlights, and then tomorrow you'll get to see the start of the Premiership. So just now, Bowler is injured, so what we're going to do is we're going to slide Rodell Richards out to the right hand side, play Greg Kiltie in behind the striker. But apart from that, the team is very similar to the team that you saw at the end of last year. And you see Greg Kiltie comes in, and there's already a strong partnership to play between those two. Obviously they remember playing with each other before we sold Greg Kiltie. So the team: O'Hara, Etienne and Finlay, Egan Riley, Semple, Kastrup, White, Kiltie, Richards, Didio and Brophy. Let's get into this game. A strong team to play against Aaron, so hopefully we can get some goals. And the first highlight of the game here, just after a minute, White has the ball and he plays out to Egan Riley, but it's intercepted by Clark for Aaron here. And what they're going to do with the ball: Scully in here in the middle, over to Hunter, and they're switching it to the other side. Splain on their right hand side, driving towards Semple, and the ball played back to Hunter. Armstrong plays it forward, passed back by Egan Riley to O'Hara, and can we recycle the play? Etienne gets the ball, plays it to Egan Riley, back to Etienne. Some nice passing football, but maybe if we could go forwards, that would be much appreciated. Finally a ball forwards. Brophy's in behind the defence. He can finish 1-0. His first goal of the season, 2 minutes into the season. First shot of the game, first goal. Fantastic. Let's keep going. And a corner kick here. The deal swings the ball in, and Richards on the edge of the box is bounced off the post bar somewhere and is eventually going out of play. That was a great shot from Richards from the edge of the box. A goal kick here for Annan. Donaldson kicks it forwards. It's gone all the way through to McBaith. And what a save from O'Hara. I don't know if that was just a bad shot from the striker or a great save, but either way, it's not gone in. It's out for a corner. Splain swings it into the back post, and Kilmarnock are awarded a free kick. And we take this free kick short to Etienne and Finlay, and back to O'Hara. Some very patient build up here. I just hope it doesn't come to bite us. Here we go, ball played forward, lovely through ball to Brophy. Can he finish? He can. What a strike from Eamon Brophy, showing why he is our number 9. It does a lovely roly-poly there, and that's 2-0 Kilmarnock. Egan Riley with this beautiful ball in behind the defence, between that full-back and centre-back. Brophy gets there, he shoots it right across goalkeeper. Maybe could have saved it, but it's gone underneath his hands. And 2-0, 2 to Brophy, 2 to Kilmarnock. And there's a highlight straight from kickoff here. What is going to happen? This has been very eventful so far. Bear in mind, at the end of the season, we had hardly any highlights in the first half, and now we've got loads in the first half in this game. That ball nearly was Egan Riley to Brophy again, but it was just picked off by the goalkeeper. And now Annan have the ball. Clark on their left-hand side. Rodell Richards playing an unfamiliar role for him for Kilmarnock on the right wing. Didio has it. He plays it into Richards. Can Richards finish himself? What a save from the goalkeeper. That's an outstanding save to keep it at 2-0. We've already had 10 shots in the first 20 minutes. The ball comes out to Richards in the edge of the box here. What's he going to do with it? He gets fouled. And that's a penalty. And who's going to take it? Surely it's Brophy. Indeed it is. And he hits it. And it's saved. Oh my goodness. It's saved from Donaldson. Brophy nearly had his hat-trick, but not to be. A great save from Donaldson. Still 2-0 to Kilmarnock. And one last highlight before half-time. It looks like Joseph back to Stewart here for Annan. And does it come to us? It does. White. Egan Riley with it now. Kastrup gets the ball after the challenge from Annan. Brophy here. Can he hit it? He does. Oh, and that's his hat trick before half time. What a beautiful goal from Eamon Brophy. 20 yards out. A nicely worked goal from Kilmarnock as a whole. And that's 3-0 to Killie. So Egan Riley here gets challenged by Joseph, but Castrop takes it and he plays it into Kiltie to Richards. One touch football. Brophy takes one touch and hits it with his second. And that's 3-0. And I think that's job done for Brophy. I think he can come off at half time and we'll bring on Dougie Green. First highlight of the second half. Greg Kiltie has it. And Castrop has it now. Back to Kiltie. Back to Castrop. 1-2s between these players. Richards gets it. Dougie Green to White, and White. Oh, that was nearly another great goal for Kilmarnock. Just wide of the goal. And Donaldson clears the ball for Annan, but only as far as Semple. Armstrong passes it back to Donaldson, who clears the ball again, but Etienne clears it. 6'5" beast at centre back. Richards with the ball, loses it to Clark, but Castrop ends up getting the ball back for us here. And Richards plays the ball out wide to Egan Riley, who goes down the line. Can he swing it in? He gets past his man. He crosses the ball over, but it's headed clear by Hunter. And Scullion comes away with it, and it's 2-on-3 here. Can Annan do anything here? It's through to McBeath. Oh, and that's a thunderous goal from Joe McBeath. I don't know if it's Beath or Beth. I'll go with Beth. Joe McBeth. Fantastic goal, that. Off the underside of the bar. You can see here, Scullion. It's 2-on-3 at this point. Finlay tries to challenge him, and Etienne just doesn't track McBeath back. And that's a great goal. Right off the inside of the bar. Keeper has no chance, and it's 3-1 Kilmarnock. And Kiltie had a fairly disappointing return to Kilmarnock in this game, so we'll bring on Charles Boley for 15 minutes at the end of this game here. And we brought on Jordan Brown to play right back for the last 5 minutes. Cedillo swings the ball in, and Dougie Green gets his first of the season. The young gun there coming through our youth academy. Dougie Green with his first goal of this season. Comes straight to him. It should never get for Green to volley it from a corner, but he does, and he scores a lovely, lovely goal. And there's 4 minutes added time. And that is the end of the game. A 4-1 victory for Kilmarnock against Annan. I'll say I'm very happy. That was a good performance from the team and a great start to this Betfred Cup group. Just looking at the schedule there, we'll come back for the next episode at the start of the Premiership. I'll do the rest of the Betfred Cup. It doesn't really mean anything at the moment. We'll see if we get to the later rounds. So we'll come back for a double header to start the season. Away to Aberdeen and then at home to Hamilton. Two teams that finished below us last year. So we'll hope for 2 wins in that game. If you have liked this video, please do give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. It does really help out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. There's over 50% of you watching these videos who aren't subscribed. Go on, hit that subscribe button. It's not hard. And until the next one, we'll see you then.